Wow, that video was only 20 minutes. I thought it was a lot longer. Well, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Final Fantasy VI, or Final Fantasy III, depending on how you wish to count it. Let's continue. Where we last left off, we got exploded and had some awesome armor, and now we don't have that awesome armor. Now we're Terra, and now we're in combat. Repo Men, they can throw stuff. We're gonna go ahead and just AoE. Oh yeah, that's right, you have to press the L and R buttons that do AoEs. Fire! Killed one. Wrench. Oh. The annoying thing about the Repo Man is they actually can do a parting attack, which is usually a wrench. Also, due to the fact that Terra is one of the few characters that knows magic, she's also one of the few characters that learns magic through leveling up. And that's a misspelled Phoenix Down. So apparently this ROM has some issues with translations. But I'll keep going until it's too much of an issue, and then I'll figure something out. Anyway, rare rats. I'm just gonna attack. Ow. Even with a dagger, this is easy enough to kill. Ow. If the screen flashes white, that's a critical hit. Terra gain level. Yay. Sleeping Bag. Sleeping Bag is something that can only used on a save point. It restores one party member's HP and MP to full. So it's like a tent, but not like a tent. Just gonna hit you with fire. Hey, you didn't do a parting attack that time. What a jip. Now, usually you want to save your MP, but I kind of know what to expect. Ah, got her. Because certain events is going to happen where you don't really need to worry about your MP. Namely, falling down a pit. And that's the end of Final Fantasy VI. Thank you guys for watching. That was a really short... Oh. My sweet little magic user. With this slave crown, I'll practically own you. I'm not gonna laugh like Kefka. Kefka's pretty evil, mainly because he's a clown. And clowns are evil. Don't use Fire Beam. Fire Blaster is a lot faster. Good. Burn up everything. Well, you could help. Oh well. We stand on the brink of a major breakthrough. In the days to come, we'll witness a total revival of magic. It is our destiny and ours alone to take this mystic force and claim what is rightfully ours. With our newfound power, nothing can stand in our way. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gastal! Something I didn't mention is this game actually has a mod for it, but it's only in its beta version, which kind of balances a lot of the issues with this game, which I'll kind of explain as I go along, but it's going to be a bit. Because this game is actually kind of long. Go figure. Took you long enough. How goes the robbing and plundering trade? Treasure Hunter and Trail-worn Traveler are searching the world over for relics of the past. You got Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunter, or treasure hunting. Ha! Semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. Anyway, were you the one who sent for me? Yeah, there's a girl I'd like you to meet. This better not have anything to do with that Magitech riding Imperial Witch. Imperial troops are pursuing her even as we speak. this town is no match for the Empire. Our independence can only be assured if we join forces with the Returners and an underground resistance movement. That girl wasn't responsible for our actions. We must get her to understand our dilemma. Alright, I think we better help her. So we can use her to help us. Agreed. Make your way first to Figaro and talk to the king. Well, after you save her, of course. And mysteriously, Locke knows exactly where to go. Then again, it is a big hole in the ground. Now we gotcha. Wonderful, there's a whole bunch of them. Kupo. Moogles, are you saying you want to help me? Kupo! Use us to save Terra from the guards. Need more information? No. I'll explain it. Alright, this is how it works. You have all these Kupos, or sorry, Moogles. All the Moogles will just have these various names and various equipment, but for the most part they all have very similar stats. Okay, I'm lying, they don't have similar stats. But they all just have the ability to fight and use items, and that's about it. With the exception of one Moogle in particular, which I'll explain in a second. As soon as I figure out... Okay. As soon as I remember what button I'm supposed to press. That button. Okay. If you press the Y button, you can switch to other parties. You actually have 3 parties. With the exception of Locke. And this one, Mog. Mog, as you can see, is a lot higher level than the other Moogles. That's because he's probably a little bit more important. But we don't get to really talk about him much. Oops, wrong buttons. But he also has an ability, which apparently is not listed at the moment, called Dance, which he can learn dances based off of battling in various environments, such as this cavern. But I'm not going to use him. And then this last group is just a bunch of Moogles. And me pressing the wrong buttons. So we're just going to switch over to him. And as you can see, these enemies are coming. If you run into them, you'll fight them. You can also... Locke is a thief. And here's that move I was talking about, Blizzard. It's actually really, really painful. There we go. But Locke is a thief, even though he calls himself a treasure hunter. And he can steal items. Now, if any of these guys reach Terra, you get a game over. Wow, really? Blizzard right in a row? This is the tough part about this battle, is the fact that these mammoths will constantly use this move. Especially when they attack twice in a row, wow. So you should really use more than one person, but that ain't gonna happen. We're just gonna... pop one of these. Really? Another one? Blizzard! God. Okay, apparently Lobos can attack twice in a turn. So yeah, I'm a little bit beat up. And there's no place to restore your health. I was not expecting to get hit with so many of the same attack over and over again. Screw it, we're just gonna fight with what we got. Really? It's the same groups over and over again? I call hacks. Blizzard again. I sense a pattern. And there goes Kupop. So, do you think I can win with 2 people? I could just switch groups, honestly, but why would I do that? When I can just do this. Okay, we get to combat. Well, at least you'll learn to dance, Mog. Oh, you can one-shot him. Neat. You also see a lot of different weapon types from these Moogles, which is mastered a new dance. Okay. Let's go. Skills, Mog. Dance. Dusk Requiem. It doesn't really tell you much about it, but each dance has like 4 effects that are chosen randomly when you dance. And you can learn a new dance by fighting in the 8 different fields, different battlefields. Right now there's cave, and then there's like plains, and then desert, and underwater, and so forth. Some are actually really rare if you don't, you only have one opportunity to learn it, type thing. So you gotta be careful somewhat. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Give me that tonic. Tonic. Blizzard. Gee, I'm surprised. I might have to use Mog. I don't have enough health to do it with Locke and Kupek. What level is Locke anyway? Level 7. Lame. Alright, let's switch. Now, one thing you can also do in this particular event is you can go straight for the boss and fight him, and if you fight the boss, all the enemies will disappear. This is a boss fight. You fight against 2 Lobos and a Marshal. And the Marshal hits hard. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use Dance and do Dusk Requiem. Snare is an instant death attack, which won't work against Marshal, I don't think. Hellfire. 473 damage. 18 experience, get a potion, get some money. You don't really get much experience from this particular section of battles. In fact, they're worth less experience than the things, like the rats you fight, which is kind of weird. Thanks, Moogles. We're in your debt. Run, run, run. I think this switch will... You back with us now? You saved me. Save your thanks for the Moogles. I can't remember anything past or present. You have amnesia? The man said my memory would come back. Give it time. You're safe with me. I give you my word. I won't leave you until your memory returns. By the way, the secret entrance might be useful someday. Don't forget about it. Hint, hint. And there you go. Alright, we can head upwards, but all that's going to happen is the guards will be like, there they are, and then you just leave. But what you can do is go and talk to that guy. Also, Locke is equipped with a dirk. So he actually has worse equipment. Yeah, right now Terra actually has more attack power. Probably more defenses. But he can steal, which can be useful because I'm actually out of, healing supplies. Okay. This is a classroom for the beginner. Here we answer your questions about the world. Think of us as your advisors. So you can go in here, and you can learn a few things. For one thing, that thing restores all your health. That's a save point. This has items in it. Tincture. That restores MP. And there's this chest. Monster in a box. This talks about, if you talk to the guy next to the box, he'll be like, hey, there's monsters in it. It could be monsters in chest. And then that'll be it. I should have stolen first. Oh well. And that'll be the end of that. Really, I'm just going in here to get some items. I don't really need much else. Battle tactics. Nothing in there. Receive sleeping bag. Now we have 2 of them. Advanced battle tactics. This game actually has a sort of limit break system, though it's very unnoticeable. Tonic. Three-way attacks. Doesn't even spell out reflect. These are talking about specific special abilities like Runic and Morph, Dance and Rage. Will continue until the battle's over, so stuff like that. Most of these are stuff you either know about or kind of will figure out just by reading a description of a spell. Like knowing what Life 3 does, for example. But some things can be a little bit useful if you're not familiar, like using cures on undead will actually hurt them and so forth. Status info. Clear. Enemy can't strike you, but you're an easy target for spells. You'll revert to normal if a spell hits you. Imp. Use of spells and commands. Imp is actually kind of an interesting status effect, but we won't be able to... I can't really go over it until later. Zombie. HP drops to 0 and you can attack party members. Use Revivify to reverse. For Muddled and Psych, you'll revert to normal when struck by a weapon. Muddle being a confusion spell, and I'm not sure what Psych is. Anyway, I think that's good enough for right now. We'll just go ahead and leave. There's a bunch of little tips that it tells you, but most of them are pretty self-explanatory, are things you'll figure out later, or are simply things you may never see, like the limit break. You can go through an entire game without ever triggering a limit break. We fight bunnies! We kill bunny. So we were told prior to doing this rescue thing to go and head to Figaro. Leave her in Dark Winds. I'll go ahead and do some stealing, why not? Couldn't steal. Locke, you're failing me. Not much else to say about Locke, he just steals. That's really about it. I'll be stealing for a bit the first few fights, just so I can get some healing items. For most of the beginning of the game, it's mostly linear, much like most of the Final Fantasy games in general. But you can go to other places. I mean, you can try to force yourself to go to the other areas, but it doesn't really work that way. These sand rays are actually pretty tough. With their tail attack, they can also poison. And if you steal from them, they will give you antidotes. So yeah, playing the SNES version and the PS1 version, I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the special little quirks in this game. I'm not sure if I'll go like pure 100%, but I'll probably definitely go for a lot of the secrets. Though there are not too many. I mean, there's a lot of optional stuff, but... So you can head over this way. This cave leads to South Figaro. It's closed down due to construction. So literally there's no place else to go besides Figaro. You can't go towards the you can't go through the cave, and that's the only other way out of this area. Let's see how our stats are doing. Yeah, this place will take way too long to level up in. Oh, scorpions. Wonderful. Gun steal. Conveniently enough, if you need to heal, you can always go back to Narshe and go to that tutorial area and use that little bucket to restore your health. Which I'll probably consider doing. Wow, there you go. You can run away, usually. Wow, I'm actually gonna die. Alright, well, that was wonderful. Well, to save you guys the trouble of seeing me walk around, and I might do a little bit of grinding, but not by much. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and call this a video, and we'll move on to Figaro next time. I'm the Depressed Dior, and this was Final Fantasy VI. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.